Hey, low riders, it's me, Lois, and I'm here to talk about the scene on the girls' trip with Stormi Steele calling herself confronting Melody Cherie Rogers. Like, what? Okay, so Stormi says one of her Melody's proclaimed fans came to her warehouse with her camera out and her friend while I'm cussing and crying. Hello? Stormi, you were not cussing and crying when Miss Black Titanic and her friend walked up, okay? Your husband went outside and came inside to let you know that they were outside. And then you came outside yelling and screaming and carrying a fool, okay? You had the nerve to say that Miss Black Titanic took that to get a warrant on you. You do know it was your actions that caused that to happen. Because let's be real clear. You were in the safety of your warehouse. Okay, Stormi may have agitated, not Stormi, excuse me. Courtney may have agitated you a little bit, Miss CryBaby Entrepreneur, steal the scene. Okay, he may have agitated you just a touch, and you came outside on 1,000 because someone came up to your shop. You don't know if that woman was a police officer, a FBI agent, a customer, what do you call them? The people that could border control and all that. You don't know what she was. I don't know what the hell you call it. But you don't know what she was. You recognized her face and you assumed that she was a melometer or a melometer, which was false because this woman has never identified as a melometer or a melometer. And then you decided that that's the story that you're going to run with based on direction by Carlos King. But I'm going to tell you what my attitude is about all of this. The fact that you and your team sought Melody Cherie out because you couldn't get on Bell Collective, alleged, and in my opinion was some actual and factual, and you wanted to be on her show. So, in other words, you wanted to be invited to her home. Okay? You came in and sat your funky feet up under Melody Cherie's table and talked all this shit about the melometers or the millimeters and blamed them for everything that is going wrong in your life when all these things were already happening. Okay? It had nothing to do with me or any of the other people that identify as millimeters. Okay? Black Titanic has already stated she is not a millimeter or a melometer. But you insisting that she is. And then what I want to know from you, excuse me, I don't want to call you by your name because I don't want my channel to get struck again by Mr. Can't Handle the Truth. So we just going to call you Miss CryBaby Entrepreneur, try to steal the scene or steal the show. It's not your show. Okay, so you can't come on here and create a narrative and think that we're going to follow you on that narrative that you're creating that is false. Okay? You were in the safety of your warehouse. In the safety, behind closed doors. Okay? And your husband said, oh, yeah, she's out here boopity boppity bam. But I don't think you and Carlos got your lies together because Carlos said that Miss Black, he said a millimeter walked up to your warehouse and put the hand on the door and walked in when that didn't happen. And then here you come with a whole nother version that she just happened to walk up and you were crying and cussing and she filmed it. No mention about the fact that you threatened her. You threatened pow, 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 pow. Ricochet Rabbit is what you threatened her with. You literally threatened that woman with bodily harms on two separate occasions in the same occasion. And now you're sitting here trying to play the victim. And then you want to know where Melody Cherie stands in regards to her fans. What we want to know is where the fuck you stand in regards to your mama talking shit about Melody 2 or 3 years prior to you getting on the show. Although your people reached out to Melody for you to get on the show, and you full well knowing that your mama didn't like Melody Shari. Did you let Melody Shari know that? Did you give her any warning? No. She was slapped in the face with all that vitriol from your mama. And yes, we're going to call your mother Iron Lady Bitter Betty. Okay? Iron Lady Bitter Betty. And then I watched that scene with you and your mama, and you sitting there, you really couldn't give the emotion that I was looking for about how you needed your mama. And your mama was so steadfast, and I do the tough love and boopity boppity bam. And all you wanted to hear was that she was sorry. That's all you cared about, is that she was sorry. You didn't give a fuck about if she meant what she said. You just wanted to hear her say she was sorry because she said she won't say no, she don't apologize to nobody. So can you see where people are not feeling you in regards to how you came on the show, sat your funky ass up on the Melody Cherie's table and tried to take it the fuck over, and you realized that coming on her show was not conducive to your betterment and your business and so forth and so on. So then you had to turn to the napkins. That's a whole nother story for another whole nother time. But we're not going to talk about that. But the bottom line is you were not received and welcomed the way you thought you should have been, because you thought because you had so much more money than Melody, Shari, and everybody else on the show that you should be treated as the queen. Okay. First of all, nobody has to tell me that I'm a queen. If I'm a queen, I'm going to stand in my crowning glory. Okay? But you didn't like that. You wanted to compete with someone who had built an empire and allowed you to come in and be part of that empire. And then you turned on her. Not only did you turn on her, you came in lying about your knowledge of Martell Holt and Ariane Curry, alleging, in my opinion, long-term affair. Talking about, oh, we just had the same hairstylist, blah, 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 blah. Bitch, you knew what the fuck was going on. Yes, I said bitch. Because you getting on my damn nerves and you want to know where she stands, okay? Melody don't have to take a stand. She don't have to take a stand against you or anybody else, because all she has to do is breathe. And you motherfuckers lose all your marbles. You become discombobulated because she is still standing after all the things that this man has done to her. She is still standing and she's still smiling and she's looking good while she's doing it. Oh, and she's making money, okay? And you guys are so bothered by that. And if you were really the entrepreneur that you claim to be, you would be minding the business that pays you or attempts to pay you or pretends to pay you or whatever the circumstances are. You would be minding that business and just interacting with the cast as it needs be. But you've decided to jump on the bandwagon with the rest of the ne'er-do-wells or the rest of the ain't got nothing going on but the rant people on the show, or the rest of the, why are these people coming after me? Because y'all all the sacks of shit. Sacks of shit, however the flipping dip you want to say it. You all sacks of shit because you all turned against this woman who brought you on her platform to help you elevate whatever it is that you're trying to do. Now, I'm going to give it to you. You are succeeding with your greasy oils or whatever the flipping dip it is that you're selling. You're succeeding with that. But then at the same time, you're trying to downplay everything that Melody's doing because you think that no one else can do it as good as you or better than you. But it's already being done better than you, because if it wasn't, you would not feel the need to talk about it and try to put it down. And that's the fact of the matter. Now back to Miss Black Titanic coming up to your store. Now I did see that video. And I saw how you ran out there like a rabid dog, cussing this woman out, threatening to pow her ricochet rabbit, and talking about beating her ASSS all over the streets of Huntsville and Nova Scotia and anywhere else that you could beat her ASSS. Okay? You physically, with your mouth, you mouthed the words what you were going to do to this woman or what could happen to this woman. And then you want people to think that because you were just outside your shop, minding your business, just crying and cussing. What was you crying and cussing about, Stormi? Because you wasn't crying and cussing. You weren't crying until that woman in the shop told you, don't let people take you out of your bag. That's when you started crying. But you was cussing and yelling and screaming and pointing fingers and acting like a goddamn banshee prior to that. You didn't start crying until later on. So none of that happened that you're trying to make people believe happened. Because I saw the video. Okay? And then you want to tell everybody that she got a warrant for, guess what? Harassing communication. Well, you communicated what the fuck you was going to do to her, so that is harassment. You threatened her in communicative voice, so that is communicative harassment or harassing communication or whatever the flipping dip you, because it came out of your damn mouth. That is a communication. Did you not understand that? That is an actual communication. When you literally threaten to pow somebody, ricochet rabbit, or to beat their ASSS out of your mouth, that is harassing communication. What the fuck did you think that was? What did you think that was, Stormi? And then you want to sit there and play all innocent and you want to know where Melody Cherie stands and what she's supposed to do. And I'm going to need you to pick a side. I ain't got to do shit is what Melody said. And you said, say less. Well, less was said, okay? In case you didn't notice, less was said. Okay? The look on her face told you she wasn't going to say nothing. Because until you check your mama and her behavior that started prior to you coming on the show, Melody ain't gonna do nothing to back you up because you've already shown the type of friend that you are. Your two faces, your twisted faces, your twisted eye, your hair twisted, everything all twisted about you. You even went after a customer, alleged, in my opinion, with some actual and factual for sure, because you thought she was a millimeter. No, how much did you get paid to think? How much do you get paid for those thoughts that you bring up and you make up in your head? How much are you actually getting paid for those thoughts? Because nobody pays you to think, okay? You're supposed to be producing products and showing us your business acumen on Love and Marriage Huntsville. But what you're showing me is that you don't like this woman. You probably never liked this woman, but you pretended that you did just so you could get on her platform and disrespect her and give her your ass to kiss. And then, the coup de grace, you went on another platform of hers because she invited you on a girls trip. Sat your motherfucking feet up under her motherfucking table once again and told her to choose a side. Why? Why, Stormi? Yes, I'm calling you by your name. It will not be in my motherfucking description, and it will not be in my title. Okay? But Mrs. CryBaby Entrepreneur tried to steal the show. You are not it. We do not feel you because you're such a flip-floppity flipper-a-rop that we don't know which way is up when it comes to you. Your concentration should be on your business, period. If you have a problem with Melody Cherie Rogers, you should be having that conversation with her. And once y'all have worked that out, which we thought you did, that should be the end of it. But no, you're going to wait till she invites y'all on the girls' trip to come up with this fake-ass storyline that she sent somebody after you. Now, first of all, what I want to know is, how do you know that Melody Cherie sent her after you, Stormi Steele? Yes. I'm calling your name. How do you know that Melody Cherie sent Miss Black Titanic after you? Okay? Do you have the facts? Okay, you know Melody always got facts. And she's always getting vindicated or redeemed from all the lies that you people throw out. So you know there's going to be a reunion coming up. And you're probably going to be left crying because of all the bullshit that you have put out there and allowed yourself to be told by other people who are listening to Carlos King, who literally hates this woman. I love the girls. I love the girls. No, you love the mess. And you another sorry summer blankety blank 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 blank, alleged and in my opinion with some actual and factual. You guys have created this whole scenario. And the funny thing about it is, if your ass is leaving the show, Miss CryBaby Entrepreneur, and you go to LA, they are gonna wipe the streets up with you. You are not gonna be able to pull any of this nonsense that you pulled on this show in Huntsville, Alabama, because the producer Carlos King allowed you to do that. They will throw you out with the motherfucking wolves and the goddamn coyotes. So don't think going to LA is gonna save your ass. Okay? TikTokity may be able to help you a little bit, but they can't help you in your personal life. You are who you are, and you're a nasty individual. You're the type of person that do not appreciate any woman's success, especially another black woman's success. And you're pissed off at the fact that Melody Cherie's line became successful before you jumped on board and decided to change from hair care to what you're doing now. You wanted a quick $1 million. And yes, you broke a record. I'm proud of you for breaking the record. Woo woo, black woman broke a record. But the fact that you can't support another black woman entrepreneur just grinds my ugh. I just want to just punch you in the throat. But okay, no violence over here. Let me just go ahead and say that. But you and your mama, y'all need to go somewhere else. Maybe create your own show and watch and see how unsuccessful that's going to be. Because what you're looking for from Melody Cherie's fans and the fan base of Love and Marriage Huntsville and anyone else who loves Melody Cherie Rogers, you are not going to get. You're going to get bandwagoners that's going to jump on your bandwagon because of your negative and your negativity and the way you think about other black women succeeding in the same business that you're in that actually started their business before you did. But I digress. Hey, lowriders, please let me know what you're thinking in regards to this video. Get down in the comments and let's talk about it, because I think Stormi has bit off more than she can chew, and she doesn't know how to go back and take it back. She doesn't know how to regroup. She doesn't know how to be an adult. Bottom line, she's still in that little girl mindset because she's looking for her mama's approval, and her mama still hasn't given her that approval. So she's in competition with any woman, and especially a black woman that's doing well in her business practices. And also, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think, and I appreciate each and every one of you. You know I love you guys to death. Wakanda forever. Mwah. Peace.